Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucida of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here on Sunday, October 8th, 2017 for your weekly reading for Twin Flames and those on the journey to divine love. So this reading will be for the period between today, the 8th, and October 14th, which is Saturday. First, I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers, also to those that follow on Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Thanks to those that come to me in private sessions. There's 2 links in the description box below where you can find me on a day-to-day basis and get a reading with me. And thank you to all those that have ordered a private video reading. That option is also present in the description box below. I do want to give you some good news. In the last week, I was able to reunite in the physical with my twin flame again. So if you do follow me on, I know I put it on Twitter and Tumblr, no, Twitter and Instagram, I tweeted and shared the photo that we took with our Twin Flame RX light box. So we're pretty excited about the new beginning that we are sharing together here in the physical, but it's not all peaches and cream because we're still going through balancing of our energies, and we talked about that, and we talked about the fact that we need to come together for mission. That is like the most important part of the journey, and we agreed that we would work on our mission together, and then the romantic relationship would bloom as a result if we are able to successfully work on our mission. The romantic part of our relationship, which is the part that he's most afraid of going back into, well, that is going to be the icing on the cake and pure bliss once we get into our balance with each other. So just so you know, once you reunite with your twin, because we've had several separations, there's always like new things that come up. So there's like a whole bunch of new things that came up between our meeting and today, which I had to purge, and I believe some of that was collective energies that we brought out in each other. So, you know, we have a big job, a big mission, and we're going to be supporting you on yours. But in order for us to do what we need to do, we have to go through some of this a little bit deeper, I would say, than other twins possibly. All right, so what I'm doing now is shuffling the cards. We're going to look at what the week has in store for us. This is the Radiant Rider-Waite deck, so it's a new mini deck that I got, but it has the Rider-Waite images. I like these little tiny decks in the container because my hands aren't that big, so these are perfect size for me. Let's start off with a positive affirmation from the Louise I Can Do It calendar. It is, I am perfect, whole, and complete, just as I am. I love me. So being on this twin flame journey teaches us that we need to love ourselves first. When we love ourselves, then we are able to connect with the divine and our counterpart. I made 3 stacks. The middle is for the union, so we'll look at the overall energy of the union first. Wow, the Lovers comes up. So number 6, card number 6, the Lovers. So basically, we have the physical manifestation of the sacred divine partnership showing up here with both divine feminine and masculine energies represented. And this could be a same-sex couple, or it could be, you know, a heterosexual couple. Either way, those energies are present in both types. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a short reading on the past, present, and future, and then we'll look at the other energies. I have 5D energies, 3D energies, and healing messages here. So we have recent past, present, and future energies for the divine masculine, for the union in the center, and then for the divine feminine counterpart. And I'll move the cards aside. Okay, so let's start with the divine feminine. So the bottom card is the recent past. We have a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles there. This is a new beginning in the third dimension for the Divine Feminine. So that's a great energy to be present in. Presently, the Divine Feminine is taking on a formerly Divine Masculine role as being the Knight of Cups, approaching the union slowly but cautiously, which is good. And then we have in the near future the Chariot. So yes, he's approaching the union slowly and cautiously this week, but by the end of the week is going to want to go full speed ahead with the Chariot energy there. And don't forget, we just came out of that full moon in Aries, which was a real jump starter type of energy, which I believe affected the Divine Feminine in the way of the Divine Feminine wanting to move full speed ahead. Let's look at her energy, or his energy cards. So we have the Life Purpose cards by Doreen Virtue showing family in the fifth dimension. So this is the higher self of the Divine Feminine energy, reminding the Divine Feminine's mind and heart that one of the purposes of the Divine Feminine is to love friends and family. So that is trickling down to loving the twin, but also first and foremost loving the self. So the soul energy is for this week for the Divine Feminine to start focusing on the love of self, friends, family, and twin. And in order to do that, in the third dimension, the Divine Feminine needs to surrender stress. So when the Divine Feminine is feeling stressful this week, the advice is to take a few breaths and exhale the tension that you've built up in your body and let that stress go as you come back to your center. So when dealing with stressful situations, it's always good to focus on your breathing, and instead of reacting wildly like I have to admit I often do with my twin, taking a step back, taking deep breaths, and then responding from a more heart-centered perspective is really the way forward. Now, I asked for the angel therapy cards to tell us what the Divine Feminine is healing this week with the help of her divine teams, and we have that the person, the Divine Feminine, is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive natural-born leader. So this isn't, maybe this is about healing the indigo energy that was suppressed in the past, where now the Divine Feminine is able to express that with these new beginnings in the third dimension and, go full speed ahead with this Chariot here. So let's look at the Divine Masculine cards. In the recent past, the energy was the High Priestess. So the Divine Masculine is coming more into their own knowing. They're listening more to their inner voice, their intuition, what their soul is telling them to do. And presently, they're very passionate with this King of Wands energy going on here, that they're like harnessing that passion presently. And what that's going to do is turn them into the King of Cups in this near future. So within the week, they're going to go from passionate to loving life, loving their beloved. And, the King of Cups is the lover of the deck. So they're feeling the energies of love. They're feeling that union energy that we saw here. We saw it. It was the lovers, but I put it in the other pile already. All right, so they're feeling the lovers energy for sure, those Divine Masculines. Now, the 5D of the Divine Masculine is urging the 3D Divine Masculine. So the soul urge is about school. The answers that you're seeking involve going to school. Maybe it doesn't mean formal schooling, but some of the answers the Divine Masculine may be seeking now are about this journey and ascension and different things about consciousness, and maybe they're starting to look these things up, and maybe they are starting to work on their soul purpose and thinking about furthering their education, or maybe they are furthering their education already, or they have. Now let's look at the 3D energy. What do they need to surrender in order for that to happen? Well, they have to surrender to wonder and awe, meaning that they have to open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. they're saying that this attitude will keep the divine masculine connected to the ecstasy of flow. And being in the flow is allowing all these beautiful things to unfold in our lives and not resisting anymore. So it seems like the divine masculine are starting to open their hearts more and also to stop resisting and just letting things happen. And that's because their crown chakra is healing, that they're getting new ideas, messages of true divine guidance. Their prayers are being answered. That's amazing. So if they've been praying about this connection that they share with their divine feminine, not knowing what it's all about, they are getting divinely guided to look into things, to look them up, maybe to look at, ascension topics or twin flame topics online even. And that's allowing them to, because they're guided by their intuition, be more passionate and be more loving this week. For the union, the energies are recently that there was some loss with the 3 cups falling down here, but then 2 cups are behind. So the twins might have thought that all was lost in their connection, but they have something left, or they have those 2 cups as a foundation. And that's what they're figuring out now. There's new awakenings going on through this time period, through this week. There's going to be a further awakening of each twin to their divine nature and to this twin flame journey. And they're going to send messages to each other. There will be messages from the divine, messages sent to each other with this Page of Wands. It could be energetic messages, but if you are in a physical union, because this is a general reading for all twins, so take only the parts that resonate. But if you are in a physical union, it may be real, tangible text messages or letters or emails or calls or visits. The 5D energy of the divine partners together in their union is infinite abundance. So the souls of both know that they were brought here to have this divine purpose and to be together and live in abundance. So their soul, their higher selves are letting them know that they're fully supported as they devote themselves to their divine life purpose. And that's trickling down as they surrender, the both twins, to their addictions. So they could be addicted to substances, food, people, sex, overworking. But that's just a codependency, and these are things that we need to release in order to be open to that divine abundance. And how we could release that is writing any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that we put in a special container called a God box, or maybe a vision board, or just like, a manifestation box. And this could be a way of letting go, surrendering fully, and allowing the divine to help you get into that union that you desire. So, I do want to say thank you for listening to this reading, and I hope you have a beautiful week. I'm ending this by sending you some Reiki healing to balance out the energies of each of you, your divine feminine and masculine energies, and those of your counterpart, for your full physical, multidimensional, blissful union. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.